don't want to be out here being 70 looking like we're 95. It's just too cute. So fuck, who cares? Can I speak? Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Lotion yourself. Confident without makeup like I do now. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute, it's always been a minute, but it's 2024 and I'm attempting to start the year feeling good, feeling positive, feeling intentional, and I want to bring my girl talks back. I know I've discussed this before, I've thought about it so many times. Let me sit back a little bit more. The battery on this camera is also not fully charged. I went to start filming and both were dead. Both of my cameras are dead. So I'm currently charging my Canon as well, and then this one, my other Canon should I say, and then this one. So if the quality shifts or if it starts to look slightly different, it's because I have to change cameras because of the battery. But anyway, we are back and we're kicking off girl talk. We are back and we are gonna start the year bringing back my precious baby girl talks. I just barely even remember what YouTube content was like. I feel like I haven't done long form content properly, consistently in quite literally over a year, like not consistently anyway. So this is going to be interesting to see if I am capable of actually doing it consistently. But anyway, we're going to start and see how it goes. I felt like the first one I should talk on should be all things skin. If you guys were part of my girl talk community before, you would have remembered me subtly dropping in about starting a new venture, starting a new business, and this was maybe just after lockdown, so 2021, so some years ago now because it was 2024, and I did start it then. It's only now finally come to fruition. I will give you guys, as we are talking along in the video, the backstory, but my baby is here. I can't wait to show you guys the products. Here's a sneak peek. So far it's just too cute, so I will do like an in-depth zoom in product moment, but on the back of me launching my very own skincare brand. Today's girl talk topic is all things skin. I put a question and answer box on my Instagram to start, and I thought instead of doing it any different to how my old format was with girls talks, let's just go back to the OG way. Just a simple sit, talk, share my knowledge, be completely transparent. And the first thing I want to do before answering the questions is be transparent about my own journey. I will be including some pictures of my own skin, and let me tell you, I don't think this has ever been anywhere public other than to my dermatologist, and I call her, she's like, at this point she's a friend of mine. I feel like every video I look back at, I've had like maybe a spot here, a spot there, but or like a few little bits of breakouts, but no one has ever seen the actual skincare journey I've been on. So growing up, I have always been blessed and fortunate, my family as a whole been blessed and fortunate to have really, really good skin, really healthy, typically quite oily, but very healthy, very clear, blemish free, not acne prone skin or anything like that. My mum, when she was in her mid-20s until she was in her early 30s, suffered from severe acne. Now acne can be hereditary, it can be, it can't be hereditary, like it can be either, and for myself it ended up being hereditary. So in my early 20s, I would say in terms of the year, so 2020, 2019, so definitely after Love Island period, my skin, so at the time I was 24, my skin started reacting very badly to any and everything, to makeup, to stress, to the foods I was eating, to everything. It just reacted badly to everything, and I developed what I then found out was acne. I had never even had spots growing up or anything like that, nothing at all, and I developed acne, and it left severe hyperpigmentation. It reacted to any time I went on a holiday. If I was out in the sun, my skin would flare up and I just couldn't get it under control. In 2021 or 2020, I think it was lockdown, I was fortunate enough to do some of you might remember, a collection with Serum, and the makeup artist at the time looked at me and said, I know what this is, I've had the same thing, because I was so scared to take off my makeup to let anyone see it because it had never happened to me and I just didn't know what to do. I felt embarrassed, I felt ashamed, I felt like I was going to be judged. I was just so scared. And he said, don't worry, I'm going to introduce you to the woman that I do all my skincare stuff with, all my facials. She's the best you'll ever meet. Her name is Danielle. She will love you, and the rest is history. She has taken my skin from strength to strength. Every time I have a breakout, she rectifies it. She's managed to get my acne under control, and completely and utterly being transparent, I have never felt more confident without makeup like I do now. I went through phases of having I wouldn't touch makeup, put anything on my skin for like 6-7 months, and then I would go away, come back, and my skin would just be horrific. Then I'd feel like I needed makeup, and it was just a vicious cycle. And all of that was because I just didn't understand my skin. I didn't understand what worked for me, what didn't. I would get spots on my chest, it would leave marks on my chest. I still have some. My skin in general was just the type of skin that was very easily blemished and very susceptible to hyperpigmentation. And she taught me about skin, she gave me books to learn about it, and one of the biggest parts, other than putting me on medicinal skin washes and skincare products, was the fact that most of them, if not all of them, were clean. They had nothing added, they were organic. She used to say to me all the time, oh, if you accidentally swallow some, your liver will be all right because it's made out of this, this and this. The idea of Tarsi for me really came around in lockdown. I did mention it in some old videos, and at first I wasn't sure what I wanted it to be. I've always known I was into skin and into skincare and figuring it out, but I didn't feel like I could do it without the knowledge needed to create such good products. So I thought anyway. And I thought, oh, is it going to be clothing? I went down the route of makeup. I tried to do it with 2 different investors and companies that help create brands and develop brands, until I finally found the third who helped me do this. And it took some years. Even after I found them, it has taken just under a year to take the idea, the name, the brand, the concept, everything I wanted to do, and turn it into what they have helped me turn it into. So let me show you guys the products first, and then we can delve into just everyday skincare conversation and what I have learned since. So this is my baby. It is called Tarsi Skin. Tarsi is a Greek word for the word trend, and at the time I always knew no matter what I developed it was going to be called Tarsi, because I just felt like in lockdown everyone was on this hype and this trend of making either like a swimwear line or being a home baker, or now all of a sudden being a professional trainer. Everyone in lockdown, when I felt like, went down the same path and followed whatever trend was on at the time, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just, pun intended, take the word trend and call it that. So I did. So this is what it looks like, and this is mainly the PR box. The boxes that like your everyday customer gets is completely different, but I thought I would show you this because this is what we worked so hard on. This is what the products look like. So at the moment it is just a cleanser and a serum. So this is the cleansing milk. Applicator is one that doesn't exist, so it's a twist applicator, and the product comes out like this and goes straight onto your face instead of squeezing it onto your hand, using your hand to do anything. And the best part about it is that it literally just wipes clean. It's 100% vegan, it's made from plant-based ingredients, it's all organic. Honestly, it's just absolutely amazing. And this is the serum. Again, the applicator is a slightly more unique one that is like this. Those coloured balls inside are vitamin A, C, E and Q10. They are good for hydration. It's a restorative serum. They're good for nourishment. It has high antioxidant capacities. It has so many. Again, I'll list it on the screen. It's never seen before formulations, and it is handcrafted and made in Milan, Italy. It's made in like a tiny little family owned factory, and I love the element and the concept of everything being family owned, grown, organic and just good for your skin. My key point of wanting to create such an amazing product is that any other brand that you want to use skincare wise can be mixed with it, because it is so clean, and I just don't think it exists out there. I feel like a lot of products that you use on your skin either have a high percentage of this, which means you can't use this, or a small percentage of that, which means you have to add this, whereas this is just completely clean and you can use it with absolutely anything. It leaves your skin feeling like a baby's bottom. I will also insert like a before and after shot of how my skin improved alongside some facials, but from when I first started using Tarsi, and just how light my skin looked, how much clearer it looked, how much more even toned it looked. And it is really good at combating things like irritated skin, dry skin, hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, anything like that as well. All right, so one of the first questions is, what are some good tips for dry skin? And I'm assuming, because something that's cropped up a lot is to not just talk about skin as in your face skin, but your body skin as well. It sounds really weird to say face skin and body skin, but your skin overall, everything, not just your face. And for me, I think there are some common misconceptions that create drier skin than you need, and I'll be honest, I am guilty as charged on a few of them. Things like over hydrating your skin by having long hot steamy baths actually dries out your skin. It's the same as putting the heating on in the winter. Again, it dries out your skin. There's so many different things that people think are the best solutions that aren't. So here are like some of my top ways. I've written them down, so I'll just read them off my phone instead. One of my favorite ways, or not favorite, but a must do for me on my face skin is to gently wash my face at least twice a day. So I feel like you should be doing this as a standard practice anyway. I actually double cleanse in the morning and in the evening. So I mean, I don't wash my face 4 times a day, but I double cleanse to make sure that not only is the surface layer cleansed, but deep within my pores are actually cleansed of any makeup, any dirt, any sleep that is dribble that is all on my face from when I've slept at night, any sleep in my eyes. And then at the end of the day, even if I have not worn makeup, just getting off all the nonsense that's in the air when we're outside, getting off any dead skin, any dry skin, and just double cleansing. So moisturizing with a thick, healthy cream, or whatever cream works for your skin. For some people who have oily skin, sometimes the thicker creams are not as good as maybe like a serum, but definitely 100% moisturizing. It honestly saves your skin, it adds moisture back in, it rehydrates your skin, and overnight especially, it stops it from drying out. Use warm water, not hot water and not cold water. Using warm water, and then right before I'm finished, just splashing my face with cold water, especially in the morning. I feel like it just makes sure I'm awake, I am alive, it locks in all the moisture I already have. And then with dry skin especially, do not dry your face. Either pat it with a towel, which again, I would avoid using a towel. I'd actually probably prefer using something like cotton wool or like a microfiber cloth. Pat it dry and allow the rest of the water to just seep into your skin. It seems like water should dry your skin out if you leave your skin wet instead of layering on with more oils and stuff, but actually it doesn't. It's really, really important to actually put water back into your skin. Use fabrics that are kind to your skin. So if you seem to wear a lot of lacy materials, or materials that itch you, irritate you, cause redness on your skin, anything like that, stop wearing them. I feel like if you wear something and you notice it, change it and keep an eye on it. Typically things like cotton and polyester, they're normally a lot softer, or silk and satin, they're normally a lot softer in your skin than things like lace, which is a little bit more abrasive. So also pay attention to what you're putting on your skin. With regards to your face, SPF it up. Lather on the SPF of all the steps you're going to do in your skincare routine. Lather on an SPF and you will be surprised how much oilier or how much more hydrated your skin feels instead of more dry when you are blocking it from things like an excessive amount of vitamin D or sun exposure or an excessive amount of elements in the air. SPF is your best friend. Next question, how to achieve an even skin tone throughout the body, but especially in your private areas. Okay, so my number one thing for an even skin tone, including my face, including with hyperpigmentation, is so important: exfoliate. Do not over exfoliate. This does not mean you need to exfoliate every single day, twice a day, but exfoliate. I exfoliate my face, for example, at least 3 times a week, and my body at least 2 to 3 times a week. Exfoliate the area with a gentle exfoliant. My one of preference for my body, specifically private areas, is Dove. Dove has got the most incredible scrub, and I don't actually have one, it just ran out, but it's got shea butter in it. There's one with pomegranate, and it's more soft. It's more of a softer scrub than an abrasive one. Use vitamin C quite regularly. So my serum, my Tarsi serum, has vitamin C in it, so I have been using this like literally religiously every day. But if not, then just use a vitamin C product. Try and find a cream that is soothing on your skin, that hydrates your skin and nourishes it. If your skin is dry and you tend to find that the darker areas are quite itchy and irritated, use an ointment. I've recently started using CeraVe's ointment, and it is absolutely incredible. I'm cautious of recommending anything that is remotely chemical or could be harsh or abrasive or anything, but things like chemical peels, glycolic acid, stuff like that on your face is so good for you. But before you use anything like that, please go to a dermatologist and make sure that it is appropriate to use. Prevent those areas from being overly exposed to all the different elements, or in private areas, try and prevent wearing things like lace underwear or really tight underwear to make it suffocate or be abrasive or rub against it or just irritate it, because that doesn't help. If you are someone that shaves, waxes, hair removals, try laser. I have found that from doing laser, my armpits, for example, used to be so dark. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. If not, take my word for it. My underarms used to be completely dark, and I would hate to put my arms up, and truly I believe that laser saved it. And a good routine of obviously showering twice a day, but exfoliating regularly and using, I call them baby friendly products, using products that are good for your skin. So I typically use Sanex shower gel, 0% shower gel. I find that products that are good for babies and have 0% everything are good for us, and that's what we should be using. So yeah, someone asked, why can't black people exfoliate more than twice per week? More than 2 destroys my face. And also the same person asked if I exfoliate chemically or physically, and I do both. I do facials and chemical peels. Again, I go to my dermatologist Danielle, and she recommends the best ones to use. So I don't think the best thing for me to do is to instruct you on the best thing to use in terms of chemical peels on your face, but they are a help. With regards to why can't we exfoliate more than twice a week, we can. It could just be that the one you're using is too harsh for your skin, and the way in which you're using it might be too rough, especially around your eye areas, your nose and your mouth. That is the thinnest bit of skin. Try not to be too aggressive, because you can rip your skin, you can make it sore, and then when you're adding other layers of products, it's just going to irritate your skin further, and it's counterproductive. Do your research before buying anything to exfoliate, and make sure that it is a soft, gentle scrub instead of an actual aggressive one, and check the ingredients and make sure that they work with the other skincare products that you are using. My advice would be to look for the cleanest type of product you can find. How to get rid of hyperpigmentation on oily skin. Using a nice cleanser and double cleansing every time you cleanse. Stripping it back and protecting it with either dark spot correctors. You can do things like chemical peels, retinoids, face acids, laser peels. Again, seek a dermatologist before you do any of these as well. A good healthy moisturizer, protecting it with things like SPF, any barrier controls, under eye creams and stuff like that. But covering your face, especially on the hyperpigmentation areas with SPF, is key. And finding the correct retinols or wrinkle and repair barrier types of creams and stuff like that. I don't feel like I should recommend specifically what they should be, but I would say to seek out a professional who can actually help you. Masks, detoxifying masks, clay purifying masks. Over time, you should see that the hyperpigmentation should lessen. And if you do need a more intense treatment, you know where to go. Complete transparency, it is the next day. It got so unbelievably dark by the time I wanted to finish filming this. My battery died, and by the time I finished charging, it was just too dark. If I sound like I have a lisp, as part of my New Year journey, I also have Invisalign back. I actually done Invisalign, God, maybe 5 years ago, and I just feel like it didn't really do much for my teeth. I feel like I done it for too short of a period. and the dentist just didn't really care. So now I've got it again, and I'm learning how to talk. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm learning how to talk, and it is just, I don't know how to laugh, I don't know how to smile, I'm scared. I feel like I have to do that. If I wear lip gloss, I feel like I need to keep going like this to make sure it doesn't stain my Invisalign, but here we are. And hopefully I can answer more questions now in the daylight than I could yesterday because it was just stupidly dark. What is your best recommendation for textured skin? Mine always does a 360, worst to okay, okay to worse. So I feel like I mentioned previously that every 6 to 8 weeks your skin has a skin cycle. So it sheds, it renews, you lose your dead skin cells, a new layer of skin comes through. So what I would recommend is just sticking to a routine and trying not to overcomplicate the products that you use, and try and stay as hydrated as possible. It's absolutely normal for it to fluctuate, but also make a food diary. One of the biggest reasons for my skin before and when I went through having acne was actually my diet. As much as it was hereditary and as much as I just had acne prone skin for a few years, it was what I ate. I found that things like cheese, milk, a lot of dairy products caused my acne to flare up. Laying out in the sun and thinking I could just tan, it caused my oil glands to overly stimulate, which therefore caused more acne. All these different things. So I would also keep a journal and make a mental note and a physical note of what your day-to-day consumption is, what products you use, and see when the flare-ups tend to happen and how often. Try and sleep on a towel and change your pillowcase quite regularly. I know I'm just saying it as though you, I know I'm just saying it as though you don't, but you might, you probably already do. But that's something that I think that people forget to do, is to change their pillowcases quite often. You should have textured skin. Even people that we look at with the most incredible skin, so someone whose skin I think is just phenomenal, is Mariam Musa. Like I love Mariam's skin. She's such a babe, such a lovely girl, and just has the most amazing skin. Even her skin is textured. Everyone's skin should be textured. It's skin. It's not photoshopped, it's not fake, it is just skin. So I would also make a note that it's okay for it to be textured, and anyone who has a problem with that can just fuck off. I've also just noticed this. I don't know if it's my hair oil. I feel like a tramp. Now I've got to like lower this. Oh my god, I'm such a tramp. Maybe I should change the top. Who cares? Skincare advice for men, and can a man use your Tati products before bed? Yes, this product is for men, women, anyone, and it's for everyone. Kids, adults, whoever, it doesn't matter, it's for everyone. And that is something I wanted to make sure, is that I feel like there are a large portion of skincare brands out there who make skincare for women. And men need skincare too. I mean, I don't know what it is. But with things like eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows, men have just been naturally given from birth the longest eyelashes, the thickest eyebrows, and I just don't understand it. Because as women, we get eyelash extensions, we put strips on, we thread our eyebrows, we try to make them thicker, make them bushier. No, not men, they're just given it. And something else men are given, good skin. Large majority of you just have such perfect skin. So I would still say though, however, that doesn't mean that your skin does not have, oh my god, I need to take these retainers out because I literally cannot speak, hang on. Oh my goodness, now I can speak properly. Okay. I think people think that men don't need to do skincare because it's a womanly thing to do, and that is not the case. Skin is skin and it needs to be taken care of. Look after your skin, especially men with facial hair. It is very key. If you are someone that puts oil, beard grooming things in your facial hair, moustaches, beards, whatever it is, you are clogging your pores underneath. Your hair follicles are getting clogged up. It's going to be smelly. Washing it just in the shower isn't enough. So yes, I do think as men, one, you can use Tati, but two, if I take it away from Tati in general, you should have good skincare, and it doesn't need to be too much. It is key to moisturize and it is key to cleanse all the time. And SPF, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You could be an alien. Don't have to be a human being. Did skincare products ever burn you? Yes. I tend to find that skincare products burned me when I had finished exfoliating, or when I had used a peel or some type of chemical, unless it is peeling your skin and your skin is red raw and it's too sensitive to touch. Sometimes, I'm not a dermatologist, so just remember that, but sometimes burning sometimes just means the products are working. I use quite medicated products in between my Tarsi products as well, just to make sure that my skin is like right up to where I need it to be, especially since I've had skincare problems for a few years. And it tends to burn when I'm having a new skin cycle, when I'm either on or coming on my period, or when I've done a heavy exfoliating week. So I will strip back the exfoliant and try not to be so aggressive and rough on my skin. But if it burns for the sake of just burning, it typically just means I wouldn't use it again. Or maybe there's something within the product that I'm reacting to. So maybe just take a look at what the actual products are and see if it works, if it happens with anything else. If it's only that product, remove it from your actual routine. If it's that it happens consistently, it could just be that maybe you're over exfoliating. I would go back to using really soft, clean, gentle skincare products. How long did it take for you to see results from skincare products? Honestly, like a good anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months, depending on the product. So with Tarsi, I saw it honestly instantly. I felt like my skin was lighter. I felt like it was fresher. I felt like the cleanser made my skin so light and so clean. And when I put makeup on, it felt like it sat better. Years ago, when I was going through my acne problems, I started seeing results, I would say 6 weeks later. It took a while for all the products I had to seep into my skin and the medicinal elements of it to actually work and clear out the problems that were so deep beneath and layers beneath, get rid of all the hyperpigmentation. That took a little bit longer. What I would say is that anything skincare related and hair care related is all about patience. There are some things that you see immediately because what you're actually doing isn't so hard hitting, like having to do maybe pills if you've got severe hyperpigmentation from acne. You know, when you have to do the chemical pills and your skin literally comes off like a snake. Those results you can literally see in a few days because you literally see it lifting off. There are some results that take longer and everyone's skin is different. But for me personally, I'd say if it's for cleansing purposes and actually clearing out my pores and my skin, that only took a few weeks. And for deeper things like chemical peels and getting rid of hyperpigmentation and acne scarring, that took like 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. Do any of your products target discoloration or pigmentation issues? Yes. So although I, in general, and Tarsi will never, currently, with our 2 products out currently, eventually we'll get there, do not have specific items or products that are made and tailored to targeting that. The ingredients within it do target it, yes. Vitamin C is really good from protecting the skin from UV radiation, and it has antioxidant properties and skin brightening properties. So it's actually one of the purest forms and sometimes the strongest forms of ingredient that you can get within. Obviously you can get other acids like retinols and glycolic acid that also aid in skin brightening and evening out skin tone, but vitamin C is the purest one of all, and we have got vitamin C in the serum as well. You can even see a change in the discoloration from anything from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the type of skin you've got. Remember, everyone's results are different, but also not just on your skin, but your intake of vitamin C naturally reduces the dryness of your skin, it reduces the redness, and it actually prevents things like wrinkles, dark spots from forming as well. So yes, as much as it is not a direct, here is a serum and here is a cleanser that is specific for pigmentation or hyperpigmentation, the properties within it are so good at targeting it, and all of them are 100% vegan and organically sourced and plant-based. So the fact that it is as organic and natural as you can get without just consuming it adds to the benefits of it as well. How to deal with open pores. Okay, so there's a few different ways you can deal with open pores. First, use non-comedogenic skincare products. So they are skincare products that do not contain ingredients that will typically clog your pores. So don't automatically think that something that is greasy and oily is comedogenic and something that is light isn't. Check the packaging. The packaging should tell you if it is or isn't. And that is typically with things like moisturizers and stuff like that, more so than like a cleanser or a serum. It's typically the heavier products that you layer on top. So Rhode is a really good example. I think their Barrier Restore Cream is non-comedogenic, which is good because it means it does not contain ingredients that clog your pores. You also need to cleanse twice a day. I've said this for a few other points. Cleansing twice a day is so crucial. Wipe off your makeup properly if you are someone that wears makeup, and if you are not, still cleanse your skin, because if you've been outside in the elements, if you're on public transport, if you're wearing sunglasses and taking them on and off, your face is filled with bacteria. Every time you touch it, every time you scratch it, you are re-inviting bacteria into said pores. So with or without makeup, cleanse your face morning and night. Always go to bed with a fresh face. It is so important. Things like retinols that can help your pores as well. Now, your pores can appear to reduce in size, but from my knowledge, I don't think you can actually change the size of your pores literally, but you can change the way they appear. However, you can make sure that based on how they appear, you can make sure that your pores are clean and that they are hygienic and that they are not just constantly being clogged. So if you're someone that suffers with acne, that can also be something that needs to be looked into to be treated. That can also help like how visual your pores look as well. Typically, if you do suffer from acne, you can see pores more because obviously your skin is more inflamed from the inside out, so it just pushes everything a little bit wider. I don't want to say this 65 more times, but SPF every single day. Every single day. It doesn't matter what you are doing. Everything, you could be in the house, UV rays are everywhere. Every single day, SPF, sunscreen. Exfoliating is also a really good way to help deal with open pores, because it will take out everything that's clogging them and make it a bit better. Who is calling me? Another general tip, other than the things I've already said, is to try and use water or gel-based products as well. This is dependent on your skin though. So if your skin does not do well to water or gel-based products, like mine doesn't, don't do that. Avoid alcohol and oil-based products. So again, find your balance. It doesn't work for everyone, and if you are not capable of figuring it out, or you're not too sure, or you don't want to experiment and things get worse, then you know where to go. And moisturize every day. Moisturize every day. Some people are blessed to have the type of skin that doesn't require moisturizer, and I didn't think that was possible. I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god, I'm a tramp. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let me like fold that and get rid of that. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think it was possible to not need to moisturize every day, but it is so key. Hydrating your skin and nourishing your skin is so important, and that isn't just your face, that is everywhere. Moisturize, lotion yourself, moisturize your skin. It is very important. It also helps with anti-aging when you moisturize your skin. It's very key, because we don't want to be out here being 70 looking like we're 95. We're trying to be 50 and people are like, oh, are you in your 30s, late 30s, early 40s? You look so good for 50. That is what we want. Moisturizer keeps the skin supple, it keeps the skin young, it keeps it youthful, and it hydrates it. It keeps it looking like fresh, plump baby skin. Things like clay masks and stuff can also help clog your pores. Unclog your pores, I should say. So try a good deep cleansing mask as well. So just as a general answer, scientifically, pores cannot open or close. They are just pores. But what you can do is, like I said earlier, reduce the way they appear, or how big they appear, or how open they appear, and improve the texture of your skin. But you can scientifically not close your pores. Retinol, how do you know if it's working? Well, how you know it's not working is if you're experiencing redness, dryness, peeling, burning after using it. How you know it's working is, again, patience. Retinol can take a good few weeks, sometimes even a few months, to actually show the signs of working, and it would just be something as simple as an evened out skin tone, a better appearance of your skin, more brighter. I don't want to say the term more youthful, but I guess it looks more rejuvenated. Just an improvement on the look and feel of your skin. It will feel softer, it will feel more plump, it will feel more nourished and hydrated, and that is how you'll typically know it's working. Make sure when you're using a retinol, you use the correct amount, because you can overstimulate the skin. You can do too much to it, and then it can just backfire and actually make it worse. So whatever retinol you're using, make sure if it says on the bottle use 2 drops only, you only use 2 drops. Don't think you're going to speed ahead and think it's going to cheat the system by using 4, because you can actually just blanch your skin and make things worse. So stick to what you were told and just have some patience. But yeah, your skin should start looking like baby skin in no time. And I believe that is it. This was my first time coming back and sitting down and talking on camera, and we'll see how this goes. I will be back with Girl Talk again next week. I probably will do a bit of a juicier topic. I thought I would start this one by talking about my brand, talking about Tarsi, and I will leave the link in the bio. If you have any more questions about my own skincare journey and how I dealt with it, then let me know. I am scared but finally happy to be showing it, showing how it was, and finally being like, this is how my skin was and this is how I got from A to B. I just want to also give like a huge shout out to my facial dermatologist. Her name is Danielle. I will leave her details below as well. She is based in Essex, so if you're nowhere near here and it's too far of a journey, I completely understand, but she does do consultations online as well as in person. And the products that she used to help me get from A to B were Zoe Skincare. So shout out to Zoe Skincare, because let me tell you, Zoe Skincare helped me an unbelievable amount. And yeah, all the things I'd done, in case I didn't mention this before, I can't really remember, but all the treatments I'd done chemical pills, I'd done microneedling, and I just had a really intensive at home routine. I would cleanse twice a day, exfoliate. Actually, I'd double cleanse twice a day. I would exfoliate 3 to 4 times a week, and if I found that my skin was too sensitive, I would drop it back to 2 times a week. I used an oil control pad because I have quite oily glands and quite oily skin, so my oil glands would just overstimulate, which is what caused a large portion of my acne as well. I used what is known as wrinkle and repair, which is basically a form of retinol. I used a different type in the morning and the evening, and I SPF'd up, and I replaced my moisturizer with what is known for them as Daily Power Defense, but is basically a lighter moisturizer, instead of me using things like cocoa butter, which were just too heavy on my skin. So those are all the things that I've done. And yeah, I still get spots, I still get blemishes here and there, and I am trying my hardest to treat it as we are going along. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this is a welcome back to Girl Talks. I'm not too sure, I'm scared, I'm nervous, but we shall see. I hope you enjoyed. If there's any more questions, let me know, and I will see you guys next week. Love you guys, and if you made it to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year, and bye bye. Mwah.